What the flip? Alright, I'm gonna give it like 5 more seconds and then it should be picking up the audio. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, now it should be recording. You can include your audio if you want. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Gents and ladies, non binaries, non gender conforming, animals attack helicopters, and whatever else. So, we are back on the Save the World initiative, and just when I thought things couldn't get worse, they somehow do. Just like in Simon Says, and really anything in Fortnite. I've noticed that Fortnite really knows how to surprise people. Not just the devs and their incredible talent. Be our team, not save the world. But also the player base. The player base has tricks up their sleeve all the time. So, I was doing regular standard issue crusading, answering, looking for group posts on people that are trading, that are still in Stonewood, who have no clue what they're doing and need help. So I joined this young man, along the names of Kermit. Kermit the Frog here. Excellent impression. He has a friend in there with him. Usually, whenever I join these posts, it's just them by themselves, because I'm usually the first one to answer them. Whenever there's another person in there, I ask them real quick, hey, is this a friend of yours or just another random person? Now, the reason why I asked that question, because to some people it might be weird, is because it's important in understanding if these people are feeding the addiction, if they're another person whom I could possibly help, another Stonewood person who answered the post to trade, who answered the call to arms. So it's good to have this information at the start, asking quick, subtle questions like that. Good lord, this game's making me a detective. So, we're going through the standard questions, you're such a low power level, why are you doing this, that? Hey, I could help you with this game. I don't want to waste my time though. Do you want help? Sure. Alright, here we go. We're gonna clean this up. I need you to get your Stonewood Storm Shield. So, this whole time, that other person who he said was his friend hasn't said anything. However, right as we're about to get into the thick of things, and we're gonna clean this up, his friend pipes up. Some dude, don't know the age, don't know the gender, could be a butch lady.
Grown man sounding, though.
Yep. Late teens to young adult sounding. He says, I have such a poor memory, but basically here's how it went. Hey, shut up. Shut up. I'm like, oh, excuse me. Go ahead. I would love to hear what this young dude has to say. Things along the lines of, we don't want you here. It sounds like you're harassing him. We don't want that. He's like talking for the kid. At this point, the kid, Kermit, he stopped talking. Now this other person, his name was Genetic Fool or something. At this point, Genetic's speaking for him, and it's like a cult. I didn't notice this at first, but after everything transpired, it clicked. So he was talking for him like, we don't want you in here. It sounds like you're harassing him. I'm like, what? I'm here to help him. I'm here to... No, obviously not. This hasn't clicked yet. So then eventually he extracts me and my co-agent here out the party. Took me a while to... I was like, wow, that dude was weird. We were talking, wow, that dude was really freaking weird. I mean, what the heck? We're trying to help his friend. Like, I asked him before we both got booted, don't you want me to help your friend? I don't think I got a direct answer to that. Then we both get kicked. Then it clicked. Oh my god. That dude was grooming that kid. Not in maybe the horrible way of pedophilia and a 60-year-old man with a 13-year-old girl, but in the sense that that dude was one of the people that is keeping this game dead. He was probably, I'd imagine, one of the people that supplies the 130s and stuff. He was the dealer. He was the pimp. And that kid was the hoe. He was talking for him, and he was brainwashing him. The reason why he was talking so aggressive was so that way the kid, he only trusts that dude. He doesn't trust us two. It's the dude he trusts. These people are bad. They're not trying to help me. And then he got us out of there before we could really actually get into the meat and potatoes and help that kid. He was grooming him into being stuck in stuff.
I'd like to cut in here.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind. The problem was, and I tried to reason with him before he booted both of us. I said, well, we're trying to help him. And he was not answering any of our questions. He said, we're trying to help him. He's like, no, you're harassing him.
Super aggressive.
Shut up. No one asked your opinion. I said, I'm not giving you my opinion. We're asking him a question. I'm going to ask you a question.
That opinion.
Can we help him? I said, I'm not giving you an opinion. I'm trying to help your friend here who said he wanted help.
Yes, the kid wanted our assistance.
Promptly got booted.
Yep.
So, and that's what I do too. I always say, do you want our help? because we don't want to waste time here. We're here to help people, but we cannot aim our blows to the air. We cannot be punching the air. We need to punch the people.
Hey, that's right. If you
were
don't want
saying?
our help, then we should just get out of here. That kid wanted help, and then that psychopath freaking took it away, and that was the scariest thing I've ever seen. I thought seeing Canny Valley power levels with mythic weaponry that I still don't have was scary. No, that's harmless. Good freaking lord, there is a human trafficking system going on Save the World. What do you think that kid what do you think he used that kid for, to like get him stuff or something? Because obviously he was using that kid or indoctrinating him into believe that the wrong thing was the right thing. But like, why would he need a Stonewood person? Do you think he himself was in Stonewood? I should have checked his freaking profile. We didn't get into the lobby, so I can't like check my recent players to find him. All I know is his name was Genetic something with a couple numbers, but I don't think I'll ever run into him again, because I know for a fact that dude for sure blocked me. The Kermit kid, I'm checking. Let me see. The Kermit kid hasn't blocked me, so who knows? Maybe I can get in touch with him if his sugar daddy's not around. But, I mean, yeah. Bro, today I discovered something new. Something that helps thwart the mission. There is absolutely a human trafficking, sex slave, trade slave, grooming system here going on.
And they send the traders out. They send them out. So now we're dealing with a Titan. How do you take down a Titan? How do you defeat a Titan? We are working on a plan currently to find a way to take out the higher-ups. However, since it just dawned on us a few minutes ago that this is an actual thing that's going on, we are still dumbfounded. Because as soon as he started speaking, like he just said earlier, they always have a friend in there, so they both trade or whatever. But when the way he was talking and how old he sounded, and how he told me to be quiet, how I can't offer my opinion, things like that, that gave me a whole new outlook. Because now it clicked with me, like, oh yeah, there's something going on here. There's a system. So half of the time, that may not be their friend. That may be the pimp.
I'm mad at myself for even being surprised, dude. I should have known that something this bad, this trading epidemic problem, couldn't have just entirely been from simply watching scammer get scammed and then thinking that's cool. No, dude, there are people that straight up reinforce this mindset, and not just the clueless ones.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that easy.
Like, hold on, let me make this point
so
in the sense that when I say reinforcing this, as in other clueless people, right? Other ones that are like, okay, we have the same mission. We want to get 130 guns. You know, we're in a similar situation. Like, you know, we cling on to each other because we're in the same problem, so we can solve it together. No, there are people who know what they're doing, and I should have known. If there's bad people in real life, there's also really bad people in the game like this that want to freaking keep it down. And like, wow, that was the saddest thing and scariest thing I've ever seen in this game, dude. And that is a very big thing I'm gonna have to find a way to cross, because these kids are brainwashed. That's how I keep describing them. They're brainwashed kids in Stonewood, but they're not just brainwashed to the higher up YouTubers. They're brainwashed to people that are technically just like me now. And how do I combat that? What do I do to counter that, dude? That's why I'm saying I want this to be a bigger movement. I don't want this to just be a two-man effort. Stuff like this, I feel you need a team, a freaking gang. This needs to be a community. You know what I want to do? I want to, like, get on one of these popular actual Save the World streamer things and, like, find a way to talk to them, to tell them, like, there's something that y'all have to do as well. The influencers, the real influencers, not those freaking scammer get scammed trading in Stonewood people. Those ain't influencers. Those people who are actually making guides, tips and tricks, sending out proper news for this game. Those are the real influencers of Save the World. I want to get in touch with them some freaking how, because it needs to be a bigger effort than this. Like this, I do everything by myself, and this is just something that if I keep doing it like this by myself, just with my friend here, it's not gonna get anywhere important. Sure, I might touch one person a day, pause, I might reach one person a day, but that's not good enough, because in a game like Fortnite, there's so many people, and this game has so much potential that the minute player base isn't good enough. And another thing that makes this hard is that this epidemic, this trading thing that I'm fighting, is an exclusive save the world issue. There's nowhere else I could get practice on this. There's nowhere else I could try to freaking get assistance and advice on how I could do this, because this only goes on in Fortnite Save the World. How, like, this is daunting, man. This stuff is crazy, and discovering this now makes it so much worse that, frankly, I don't know what to do immediately. For most of these things, I have on-the-spot solutions. We're gonna get through this together. But now I'm fighting a group. I'm not fighting single targets. I'm fighting the pimp and the hoe. The brainwashed hoe. The hoe who gets stacks shoved in her butt by the pimp. And all she wants is money. She doesn't want to get out of the game because the game's giving her money. I mean... I don't have much else to input.
Yes. Hanson, if you're watching this, we need your help, man. Get your team out here. There is a real issue going on right now. So get your crew, get a pizza, get out your hey boo, get out your clipboard.
Cookies. Get out your nice clean house.
So get your 19-year-old girl who looks like she's 12 and sounds 12, so you can get her act like she's trading. We need you, man.
He lives in New York. I live in New York. It could happen. He lives in Manhattan, though. I'd have to track him down somehow. Oh. Well, I guess take this as another progress report. There are freaking groomers on Save the World. Who donkey? The mission has become a lot harder. Wow, man, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a long time now, because this saving people is an important part of why I keep playing this game. I play it because it's fun and because I feel I could have a long-lasting effect on the community, and good lord, cooperative experience, and I'm fighting crime. Alright, I'm gonna cut this off. You got any closing statements?
No.
Yep. Enter Julio's Fish and Chicken. They've got a nice selection.